world's largest exporter of meat. I'm sure people watching this are like, oh my goodness, this woman's coming to destroy our livelihood. She wants to get rid of us, and there's going to be no future for us. And that's just not what you're trying to do. So explain a little bit about why it's in the farmer's benefit that this is happening, and how you partner and work with farmers. Talk a little bit about how this helps the farmer.
I'm not here to put anyone out of business. What we see is an increasing demand for meat. And at the same time, farmers have trouble keeping up with the further intensifying of farming. And the way I think about it, the more minced meat, we can produce in bioreactors instead of in animals, the more space, the more land there is for farmers that truly want to do then I can make margins on these high quality products that we cannot produce right now. And we won't be able to do it within the next 10, 15 years at scale, right? There will be not this range of products that we can produce with animal agriculture. We want to take off the pressure from the farmers that we know suffer as well under not having the margins and getting the money for the work that they would deserve, right? And the second part where we can help farmers is that the future of meat that I see is that there will be more people, that there will be more demand for meat. There will always be a big market. How would an animal look like that you breed not for taking on muscle mass fast, but for having the best cells for cell culture?
The consumer cares about these things. The consumer cares about, I'm going to eat meat that hasn't been, filled full of antibiotics or steroids, or hasn't been in these horrible, living conditions. There's a huge market for people who can say, I can eat this steak with a clear conscience because, no animal suffered in the making of it.
There's a variety of different consumers. What we see in the younger generation specifically is that they become more conscious about where their food comes from, especially the younger urban generation that, usually don't step their foot that much on a farm, but they become more aware of where does my food come from and how is it produced? And they want to have something that's sustainable. There is a big plant-based and vegan movement out there as well, where people are like, I don't want to eat meat because of animal cruelty. So definitely meat eaters are our consumers, but meat eaters that are conscious, that are aware, that are looking for an alternative.